I built a company from scratch that has run for over 15 years, an agency that did over 6 figures yearly. The growth was great. Our team was growing, but with it, the problems and dependencies too. At the time, I loved my business, but I hated it too. It made me exhausted. I was working in it, not on it. And those aren't the same thing. And it took me a long time to see the difference. Welcome to Made Intelligent. I am Stephanie Stripe, your host. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between working in your business and working on it. But hey, it's not the same version you probably heard before. I'm not talking about taking a strategy day, opening a fresh notebook, writing down your goals, or calling that working on the business. I'm talking about the real difference. Because I think a lot of business owners believe they are working on their businesses when they're actually doing something else entirely. And it's one of the reasons they still can't step away. Let me tell you what my days used to look like. Someone will come to me with a question. How do I handle this? Or what do we do about this client? Perhaps, what do you think we should do here? And guess what? I will help. I would explain, I will give them the answer, and then I will go back to whatever I had been doing before. I was available. I was responsive and helpful. Nobody on my team ever stayed stuck because I never let them stay stuck. At the time, that felt like good leadership. I was supporting my team. I was keeping things moving. I was making sure the work got done. It took me years to see what was actually happening. Every single one of those answers was work I took back. Not work I delegated, not work I taught, work I absorbed. One question at a time, one decision, one interruption, every time, for years. The company kept winning, don't get me wrong, but it was winning at my expense, at my time. I didn't let people fail. I didn't always let them figure things out either. And I didn't always let them experience their own wins because I had the answers. So I gave them the answers. And I eventually ran myself into the ground. There's a difference between solving a problem and building the ability to solve it. Solving the problem might take 5 minutes. And yes, it's great. Building the ability to solve that problem might take 30 minutes. And when you are already behind, when you have 11 other things waiting for you, you perhaps choose the 5 minutes. That's what I did. I chose the 5 minutes every time because 5 minutes felt efficient. It felt like the fastest option, but it can be the most expensive choice in the entire business because 5 minutes today becomes 5 minutes tomorrow, and then the day after, and the month and the year. 5 minutes multiplied by hundreds of repetition isn't five minutes anymore. It's hours, sometimes days, and that is the trap. You keep solving the same problem because solving feels faster than fixing it. Why the problem keeps coming back? That's why. 30 minutes once is 30 minutes once. 5 minutes every week is 5 minutes forever. You already know this math. You just never apply it to yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest mindset shifts in becoming a business owner who has freedom. Stop measuring the cost of the problem in minutes today. Start measuring the cost of the problem repeating forever. The reason this is so hard to see is that it doesn't look like a problem. It looks like a good day. You help someone. You unblock your team. Things kept moving. Nobody was waiting. The client was happy. Your team was happy. And guess what? You felt useful. You got to bed exhausted, but feeling useful. And there's something underneath that which took me much longer to admit. Being the one with the answers feels good. Being needed can feel like being valuable. And when you build the business yourself, being the person who knows what to do isn't just a habit. It becomes part of your identity. You build this, you know how it works, you know the clients, you know the history, you know what to do when something goes wrong. So you protect that role without ever consciously deciding to. And every time someone asks you a question and you immediately give them the answer, you're quietly confirming, I am still the one who knows. I am still the one who matters here. That's a hard sentence, but sit with it for a minute, because sometimes the problem in your business isn't actually the system. Sometimes the system you need to change starts with a belief you need to change in yourself. Maybe you believe nobody can do it as well as you do. Or maybe you believe it's faster if you just do it yourself. Or maybe you believe that being needed means you're valuable. Maybe you believe that if you stop being involved, things will fall apart. And those beliefs don't stay inside of your head. They become business decisions. They become behaviors, and eventually they become systems. Do that for a few years, and you don't really have a team. You have a group of capable people waiting for you, because that's human nature. And here's the part I think most people get wrong. The business is actually not too complicated to run without you. The knowledge just never left your head. You were the only place it lived. So of course, everything stops when you stop. Not necessarily because the work is incredibly complex, but because you are the only copy. You are the company's memory, the decision maker. You are the escalation point. You are the person everyone goes to. And when someone tells me my business depends on me, this is often what they mean. It is rarely just the work, it's the knowing. The business can move without access to what you know, and that's a very different problem because now you can actually do something about it. So here's what working on the business actually means. It doesn't mean a strategy day or a whiteboard. It doesn't mean creating another plan for next quarter. It means that when the question comes, you build the thing that answers it instead of answering it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a document or a process. Maybe it's a short recording or a checklist. Maybe it's the training you need to give, or it's a decision tree, or maybe eventually it's an automation. Maybe it's an AI skill that can help someone make that decision without coming back to you, or maybe it takes a different form. Whatever form it takes in your business, you're spending the 30 minutes once. Nobody has to spend the 5 minutes again. That's it. That's the distinction. And it's much smaller than people expect. Working on the business isn't necessarily a bigger activity than working in it. It's the same moment, handled differently. Someone asks you a question. You have a choice. You can answer it, or you can ask, how do I make sure this question doesn't have to come back to me again? That's the shift. And that means you don't need a free week to start. You don't need to shut down your business for a month. You need the next question somebody brings to you. That's it. And this is where the systems and automations become powerful. Not because everything needs to be automated. It doesn't. And not because AI should replace every human decision, because it shouldn't. The point is to stop spending your human time repeatedly solving problems that you have already solved before. First, you notice the pattern, then you understand the process. Then you build the system. And once you have a system, you can ask a different question. Like, could technology make this easier? Could it be automated? Could an AI skill handle part of it? Maybe information can be captured once and made available to the whole team. Or could the business remember what you already know? That's what intelligent technology should do. It should not make you busier. It should make your business less dependent on your constant attention. Because the goal isn't to build a business that uses more technology. The goal is to build a business that requires less of your energy for things that shouldn't require your energy at all. So here's what I want you to do. Don't audit your calendar. Don't start by looking for the things that took the longest. That tells you nothing. Instead, go through one ordinary day, and every time you have the thought, I should not be doing this, write it down. That's it. Don't fix it yet. Don't delegate it. Don't automate it. Please don't create a 47-page process document. Just notice it. Write one line in your phone or notebook, whatever it is easier. I shouldn't be answering this question. I shouldn't be scheduling this. I shouldn't be doing this report. Or maybe I should not be explaining this again. Whatever it is. Because the feeling is a signal. Pay attention to it. By the end of the day, you're going to have something much more useful than a vague feeling of overwhelm. You're going to have a list. And let me tell you something. You can't build a system from a feeling. You can't build a system from a list. And that's where you start. So, a few things here. Answering is not delegating. Every time you answer the same question, instead of building the ability to answer it, you're taking that work back. The second one is your business is probably not too complicated to run without you. The knowledge might simply never had left your head. You might be perhaps the only copy. And finally, for one day, write down every moment you think, I should not be doing this. Don't fix it. Just see it. Because those moments are going to show you where your business is asking for systems, better processes, delegations, or maybe even automations. And sometimes, before you can change the system, you have to change the way you think about your role inside of it. Today landed. The newsletter is where this thinking keeps going during the week. I send one email every Thursday. Ideas about building a business that gives you more freedom, more leverage, and more space to think. I'm not pretending that every problem can be solved with another productivity hack. That's not it. It's much simpler than that. So I will leave the link in the show notes below. Don't forget to create space to think. Until the next one.